Hello everyone and welcome to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. We're glad you're tuned in. We want to give a shout out to our friends at Southern Oregon PBS, KTVL, KDRV, and the Dove Network. Thank you for hosting us on your station. In the Medford School District, we have one shared vision, and that we believe that all are learning, and learning is for all. And what better place to do that than right here on Medford Anywhere Learning TV.
Hi, I'm Kristen Robinson, and I teach kindergarten here in Medford, Oregon at Kennedy Elementary School. I have a very special friend with me today, and I'd like you to meet her.
Hi, my name is Sarah Mold, and I'm the Title I specialist at Kennedy Elementary as well. Thanks so much for letting me join you again today, Kristen.
I am so excited that we're back together again in the studio so we can talk to you about pandas. I love pandas. Before we start our lesson, let's look at our learning standard that we're focusing on today. It says, I can, with prompting and support, identify the main topic of a text and retell key details of a text. And this is actually a kindergarten and a first grade standard. And I have a super big surprise. I have a second standard for you today. It says, I can read common, age-appropriate, high-frequency words or sight words while printing all of my upper and lowercase letters. So that basically means that you'll be able to recognize words that are in our story today. The first thing we're going to do in our lesson is create a KWL chart. Do you remember when we did that with ladybugs? It's behind me with the pandas. And KWL stands for know, wonder, and learned. So when I was thinking about pandas, I was thinking about things I know. And I also thought I would ask my friend Sarah if she knows anything about pandas. Sarah, do you know anything special about pandas?
I do, Kristen, and actually you might have guessed it already because we are dressed in that theme today for pandas. I know that pandas are black and white.
They are black and white. Let's put that on our chart. Pandas are black and white. That goes under our know area. What I know is that pandas are black and white. Now, I also know that pandas are in a very specific animal family. Sarah, do you know what family they're in?
I do. Actually, pandas are a type of bear.
They are a bear. Sometimes people think that pandas are the same as red pandas, but red pandas are actually more like a raccoon. So we're going to put pandas are bears up here. And I wrote them in black and white so that I could honor the fact that I love pandas are black and white, my two favorite colors. So Sarah, behind us is a certain kind of forest. Do you know what kind of forest it is?
Kristen, I was wondering when you were going to bring this up because there is another clue behind us. Pandas love to eat bamboo.
They do love to eat bamboo, Sarah. So I have another card that I'm going to put on my chart because I know this, that pandas like to eat bamboo. So we're going to pop that up here. And now, we talked about what this was behind us. It's bamboo. But when it grows together in a big area, it's called, Sarah, what's it called?
Oh, I know, Kristen. A forest. They live in a forest.
They live in a forest, and they actually, I think if I'm right, live in a foggy forest sometimes. So we're going to put this up here. Pandas live in a forest. Now, Sarah told me something really interesting, and I want her to share it with you. It's a super duper secret about pandas when they're born.
This is one of my favorite facts about pandas because we all know that pandas are black and white, but did you know that when they are born, they are actually pink because they have not yet grown their white and black fur yet. So when pandas are born, they are pink.
Which is pretty funny because pink is actually my other favorite color. So pandas are pink when they're born and then they turn black and white. So we're going to put this up. It says, pandas are born pink. Thanks, Sarah, so much for helping me go over what I know about pandas. Are you ready to talk about what we wonder? Okay, put your big thinking hats on. Mine's black and white with a little bit of red. I wondered a bunch of different things, but I made some little notes to put on my chart so we could go over them together. The first thing I wondered, are panda bears the same as red pandas. And we kind of talked about that, but I have a feeling we're going to get to talk about it some more. So let's put that on our wonder. And I wondered a lot, so I might have to overlap them. The next thing I wanted to know, because pandas are big, how much do they eat? How much do pandas eat? So another wonder. And I'm going to kind of overlap them because I had a lot of wonders. And how much do pandas weigh? Because we already know they're kind of big bears. I love how fluffy they are. How much do pandas weigh? And then, do panda bears hibernate? Because remember, most bears hibernate. That means that they go into a deep sleep in the winter. So I put that on there as well. Do panda bears hibernate? And you can see I used my special mark at the end of all my questions, the question mark that says, reader, I'm asking a question. What country do pandas live in? I bet Sarah might wonder that one too. She actually might already know. And then I have two more. See, I had a lot of wonders. Do pandas eat a lot? Well, let's see. I put how much do pandas eat? So this is kind of the same question, but a little different because we might find a number that's associated with that. So that means something that connects us to the information. So let's put that up there, and we're going to cover our panda up. And the last one, I thought this one was neat because I don't know how you are, but I like to climb. Even at this age, I still like to climb up trees. So I wondered, do pandas like to climb? So I put that on there as well. Bye, Mr. Panda. We covered him up. So let's go over our wonder real quick so you can listen while I'm reading our book. I wonder, are panda bears the same as red pandas? And how much do pandas eat? How much do they weigh, I wonder? And do panda bears hibernate? And what country do panda bears live in? And the last two, do panda bears eat a lot? And do panda bears like to climb? Those are all of my wondering questions. So now we're going to move on to my book. And I can't wait to share this with you because not only is it super cute and full of pandas, but it has a lot of information. So let's move over to our reading. This book is called So Cute Pandas. And I love it because it has a squishy panda you can take out. And thank you so much, Scholastic, for allowing us to read these books during this time. So cute pandas. Psst, panda, wake up. Ugh, the panda says, just 5 more minutes. Have you ever felt that way when somebody wants you to wake up and you're not ready? Your belly's grumbling. Don't you want some tasty bamboo? Can't you bring me breakfast in bed, the panda is saying. Look how cute he looks. He's eating some bamboo leaves. That's more like it. Look at you, panda. Your roly-poly body. That means he's kind of round. Your fluffy, puffy ears. Oh, look how cute his ears are. See how puffy and fluffy they are? And your big, dark eyes. He has dark fur around his eyes, and his eyes are actually a little bit dark as well. Let's face it, pandas are, I saw some sight words on that page, so cute. I love this page because it has kind of like polka dots on it. Oh, aw shucks, the panda says. He's probably a little embarrassed because we told him he was super cute. Pandas are bears with black and white fur. This is the part that I find really interesting. We have some information. Let's read it together. Pandas are not grizzly bears. Grizzlies are bigger and stronger, and well, they're browner than pandas too. And they live in the wilderness of Canada and Alaska. Polar bears. Oh, polar bears are really pretty. The biggest meat-munching animals on land. Polar bears hunt seals and walruses in the icy wilds and waters of the Arctic Circle, which is super cold. And then brown bears. These hotshot hibernators, which means, remember, they go to sleep for a long time, nap all winter long. They're found in the forests of North America, and they eat everything from berries to bugs to survive. Wow, they really know how to find food. And then, remember we talked about the red pandas? Although red pandas share some similar fuzzy good looks with their black and white namesakes, they're actually more like a raccoon than a bear. Super interesting. And the panda's talking to us again. He says, well, Hello, you handsome devil. Silly panda. It says they live in the foggy forest of China's mountains. Can we get some sun out here, guys? Anytime now. Do you think the panda would like the sunshine? Pandas munch on bamboo around the clock. Wow, it looks like they really like bamboo. They're having it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He looks pretty comfy eating his dinner. Let's see what it says. Built for bamboo. Running a restaurant for pandas would be a cinch. You would need to make only one dish, bamboo salad. Just make sure to stock lots of stalks. Pandas eat about 30 pounds a day. Whoa, that's a lot. Panda grip. Pandas have a thumb-like nub on their wrists that helps them pluck the leaves. You can see what that looks like right there. So when they're having to pull it off of the bamboo, they can get it off easily with that little thumb. Bamboo bite. Pandas have stronger jaws and flatter teeth than other bears. They're perfect for chomping those stalks. And bamboo snooze. Or excuse me, I messed up. See how even adults make mistakes? Bamboo snooze. Bamboo isn't bursting with energy like the meaty treats munched by other bears, so pandas take power naps for up to 4 hours between meals. That's pretty funny. I didn't know that. They even eat as a midnight snack. This should tide me over until 2 a.m., our little panda friend is saying. He is so cute eating his bamboo. Pandas are naturals at climbing trees. Wow, they do like to climb trees. Panda man, climbing trees like a panda can. He is super cute, doing his little karate kick while he's climbing. But they're tough enough to shrug off a tumble. Panda power. Pandas may look cuddly, but don't be fooled. A fully grown panda weighs more than 300 pounds. Whoa, that's like 2.5 of Mrs. Robinson. And they have mighty muscles for climbing and even swimming in mountain streams. Pandas will protect themselves from predators, such as snow leopards that live in the foggy forest. No foe is tough enough to topple a cute little panda. Who you calling cuddly? I'm super tough. So remember, predators mean other animals that might want to hunt or hurt them. In fact, pandas like to roll around on the ground. He's doing somersaults just like these two friends. And let's see, it says, I'm on a real roll here. Hey, how come everyone's upside down? Is everyone upside down because he's actually upside down? Baby pandas really love to play. Let's see what they're saying to each other. Tag, you're it. Hey, I was it last time. I bet you've said that to your friends before, haven't you? Aren't moms the best is what the baby panda is saying to his mom. And then go back to snuggle with mom. So they like to play and then they go back with their family. Panda Academy. Let's see what it says about moms. Panda moms usually have just one cub at a time. That means baby pandas get all their mama's attention for learning important panda life lessons. Hugs and kisses. Panda moms keep their babies safe and clean so you can see she's helping him have a little bath and she's keeping him safe while he's up in the tree. Up and away, clumsy panda cubs start learning to climb up trees at 6 months old. Wow, I like to climb, but I wasn't climbing trees at 6 months. Chow time. By 9 months, panda cubs develop a taste for their favorite food, bamboo. So when they're babies, they eat bamboo. Pandas were in danger, but now they're doing better. This is my favorite part of the whole book. Wait until you hear this. Dressed for success. Sadly, people are chipping away at the pandas' forests, their homes, by building roads, houses, and farms. But scientists in China are looking after the animals. They raise them in captivity, that means in a safe place, away from the world or the public, before releasing them into the wild. The scientists wear funny costumes to work. They are bears in disguise so that young pandas won't get used to seeing humans. Their plan is working. The number of pandas in the world is on the rise. Do you see this picture? That's actually a human in a panda suit with a baby panda. Now that's one funny looking panda. Must be from out of town. Do you think the baby was really thinking that? Pandas don't hibernate like other bears, but they still get sleepy. Nighty-night, panda. Oh, what? I'm not even tired. He went to sleep. I think that is an amazing book because it has a really cute story and lots of information, and we learned some things. So let's go back to our No Wonder Learn chart and put some more sticky notes on of things that we learned. So do you remember how many pounds of bamboo the panda eats a day? 30 pounds. That's a lot. I can't imagine eating 30 pounds of anything in a day. And how much do they weigh? Remember, it's more than me. 300 pounds is how much the average adult panda weighs. So let's put that up. So we've learned that pandas eat up to 30 pounds and then grow up to 300 pounds. Panda bears don't hibernate. Remember what that means? They go to sleep for a long time without any food. So unlike grizzly bears and brown bears, they don't hibernate. Panda bears live where? Did you say China? That's right, they live in China, in the foggy forests that are made up of bamboo. Panda bears eat up to 5 times a day. I put the number 4 and 5 because sometimes they only have one snack instead of 2. We'll put that up there. I can't wait to review all the things we've learned because we've learned a lot. Panda bears love to climb and play. Remember the babies? They were rolling on the ground and then they went back to their moms afterwards. And panda bears are very strong indeed. They can fight off other predators that might want to hurt them. And my favorite fact is that the panda bears, I have 2 notes. The panda bears are with scientists that dress up like other panda bears so they don't get used to seeing humans. This helps them stay safe. So let's put that over here so you can see it. All right, are you ready to go over what we've learned? We knew some things, we wondered some things, and then we answered our questions. We learned that pandas eat 30 pounds of bamboo a day. They can weigh up to 300 pounds when they're fully grown. That means adults. And then panda bears, they don't hibernate. They're too strong for that, right? And panda bears, they live in China. They eat up to 4 to 5 times a day. That's a lot of times to eat. They're very strong and they like to climb and they like to play. Remember the somersault panda? And the last thing, my favorite, the scientists are helping them to regrow and populate their areas by dressing up like panda bears so they never get used to humans. And now I have a super surprise for you. Sarah is going to show us through a directed draw how to draw a panda bear. You'll need some paper. If you have a black pen and a blue pen or a pink pen, grab those as well, or you could just use a pencil and draw it in later. All right, let's get started with Sarah.
Thanks, Kristen. I loved that story about pandas, and I actually learned a lot myself about pandas and where they like to live, and especially how much of that bamboo they eat each day. And gosh, I thought how super cute they are, and it made me want to make a very own panda of my own. So just like Kristen was saying, today we're going to do what is called a directed drawing, which means we're going to draw something together, but I'm going to go step by step. That way you are going to make yours at the same time as mine, and at the very end, you'll have your very own panda. So just like Kristen said, you're going to want some markers. You could use even just a pencil or a pen. You're going to want a blank piece of paper. So we're going to start with our paper sitting tall, just like this. The very first thing you're going to want to do is start with your marker. And I'm going to make, right in the middle of my page, a big circle. And you might hear Kristen next to me is working on her very own panda. We'll see what hers looks like at the very end. So I've got my big circle in the middle there. And what I love about directed drawings is I try not to erase so much because sometimes the mistakes are what make our pictures so unique. So I've got my circle right in the middle for my head of my panda. And we know they've got those adorable fluffy ears right up at the top. So I'm going to make a half circle on one side for one ear and a half circle on the other side for his other ear. Then I'm going to go back up to those circles again. I'm going to move in a little bit and I'm going to do that small half circle again. I'm going to go to the other side and make another small half circle. See, directed drawings are so great. If you can make shapes, you can draw. So we've got our ears for our panda here, but that cute panda is missing its eyes. So I'm going to make ovals, and we know ovals are a circle that's a little bit stretched out, so I'm going to use them to make those black parts around their eyes. So I'm going to make an oval off to the side. So I've got one. I'm going to go to the other side, draw another oval that's slanted off to the side for its eyes. So I've got the start for its eyes, but now it's missing that cute little pink nose. So I'm going to make almost like an upside down triangle, but instead of making the triangles with points on the ends, I'm going to make them a little bit curvy. So I'm going to make a curve on the end, down at the bottom, and come back up. So I've got the eyes for my panda started. I've got his cute little nose in the middle of there, but he needs a mouth, of course. So I'm going to go to the bottom of my nose. I'm going to draw a curvy line down and up. I'm going to go back up to the point where I started from his nose. I'm going to go down again and curve out to the other side. Oh, that looks like a super happy little panda. He must have just had a snack of bamboo. So now I'm going to go over to the side where I made his mouth, and I'm going to make one little small circle and a small little circle on the other side so it looks the same. So let's go back up to our eyes now and finish those up. So we know they've got those big black spots around their eyes. So I'm going to go into the middle there, up towards the top, and I'm going to make a small circle inside. I'm going to go to my other oval. I'm going to make another small circle inside. And to finish off their eyes, I'm going to make a dot in the middle of those small circles. And you guessed it, I'm going to go to the other side and make a small dot inside as well. So we've got our panda finished. If you would like to make your panda bear a fancy panda bear, which I always love to make things fancy, we can do that by adding either a bow tie at the bottom. So you can see I started with a little small circle, and then I'm going to make another larger circle that comes off the small one and back. I'm going to go to the other side, go off the small circle, make it bigger, and come back. So you could do a bow tie, or you could do the very same thing and give your panda bear a bow up right by its ear. So if we're finished with our drawing, the next thing we want to do is add a little bit of color to our panda bear. And this is the easiest part because I already have that marker that will make it easy to add color to my panda bear. So we know that pandas are black and white. I can go back up with my black marker, color in that part right up at the top of the ears black to add some color. And then we know that pandas have those big black spots right around their eyes. So I'm going to go back to those ovals that we made off to the side and fill those in with my black marker. You can use a pencil to fill this in. If all that you have is a pencil, that works just as well. So I'm going to fill that in. And we talked about how pandas have those adorable little pink noses. So we could finish off with a little bit of pink color as well. So I could take a pink marker and I could fill in the inside of the ears with a little bit of pink. You're going to want to make sure and do both sides. And then we're going to go to that adorable little pink nose and fill it in to finish off our panda. You could also add a little bit of pink to those cheeks that we added on our panda. And then my favorite part is if you decided to make your panda a little bit fancy and gave it a bow tie or a bow up at the top, this is when it becomes your choice of what color you would like to use. And when you're all the way finished, your panda is going to look a little something like this. Let's check in with Kristen and see what her panda bear looks like. What do you think, Kristen?
I love this. I still have some coloring to do, but you can see I chose to do a little bow on top. Kind of looks like mine, right? I absolutely think that pandas are amazing creatures. They're fluffy, they're cute, they're very strong, and they love bamboo. Sarah, I appreciate you joining me today. Thank you so much for sharing what you know about pandas with not only me, but everybody watching. I hope you make your own No Wonder Learn chart and definitely draw your panda. Now let's read another book about pandas. This one's actually a little bit different because it's fiction. Thank you, Mr. Panda. I love the illustrations in this book. Let's open to the title page. Remember, the title page tells us the title of the book and the author, in this case, he's also the illustrator, and the publisher. Who are all the presents for Mr. Panda, says the lemur. My friend, says Panda. Oh, look, the lemur's on the panda's head. This is for Mouse. A present for me, Mr. Panda? Mouse looks excited, but it's too big. It's the thought that counts, says the lemur. Panda looks a little sad. This is for Octopus, says the panda. A gift for me, Mr. Panda? But I have 8 legs. It's the thought that counts, says the lemur. Wow, I love the way the lemur's thinking. He's taking care of his friend, making him feel better. This is for Elephant, Panda says. Ooh, he has another neat box. I will open it later, says the elephant. And the lemur is running away because the elephant's pretty big. And this is for Mountain Goat. They're in a hot air balloon. They're going all the way top to the mountain, or all the way to the top of the mountain where the goat is. Something for me, Mr. Panda? Wow, he looks a little surprised. But it's too long. It's the thought that counts, says the lemur. I see a theme here. Panda's really good at giving presents. Who is the last present for Mr. Panda? Look how cute he looks. Panda says, it's for you. So nice and thoughtful. Thank you, Mr. Panda. He looks really excited to be getting a gift just like his friends. You're welcome, but remember, what do you think he wants him to remember? It's the thought that counts. That's pretty funny. He bought the lemur some underwear, and they're kind of big. So the lemur got a gift. Oh, there's the mouse. He got a gift. The goat got a gift. The elephant got a gift. And the octopus got a gift. And that's the end. The thing I love about this story is it reminds us that no matter what, when we're given a gift, if it's too big or too small, it's a thought that counts. And the panda was very thoughtful with his friends. Thank you so much for joining me today as we learned about pandas. And thank you for watching Medford Anywhere Learning TV.
Thanks for tuning in to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. Medford School District is a place where all are learning, and learning is for all.
A principal makes sure everyone is safe and we don't run into any problems like, oh, what if we don't have enough money for all the field trips we're having?
The principal always puts the big pictures for assemblies on the screen. Bring teachers to meetings to help them learn stuff.
Make sure that the students are on task and following the rules.
Whenever somebody comes to the office, they both solve their problems together and make a solution for every problem that they do.
Have you ever had to go to the office and talk to the principal?
Yes.
What's that like?
I actually went there today.
She would find out some fundraisers for us to find enough money, and so our school doesn't have any problems.
If there wasn't a principal, it would probably be total chaos and the teachers would be arguing all the time. This whole entire school would be like so crazy that there would be people getting so crazy that they would be like throwing food all over the walls, pushing bookshelves down, breaking stuff. Thank you for making the school the most wonderfulest place.
Thank you for running this school. I really like it, and I'm gonna be sad when I move into middle school.
Thank you for being great representatives for the students and for other people around the world.